All right. I think we're good now. Are we good now? Looks like maybe we're good. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I see the little bars going up, so we're good. Good Lord, guys. That was shameful calling myself a tech guy. I can't even get my audio going. But I'm telling you, these wouldn't work. Beardo, what's happening? Didn't mean to avoid anybody here. Appreciate you popping in here. I see Jay came in here. Also noticed our buddy Richard giving us some junk back there. We got Jason in the house. I know the same sign language, brother. And we got Kelly here. Um, Thoughts and prayers to Kelly. Um, Kidney stones are a rough, rough, rough thing. Um, I can't imagine it, and that's kind of what I was going about when all you were just seeing my mouth move. I don't know. I don't know if you could pick that one up there, Richard, but um, yeah, about a year or so ago, um, I had a kidney stone, and it was a pretty nasty one. Um, it was big enough that I wasn't passing it. So they had to go in and do a little laser surgery. I guess I was in La La Land while they were doing that. You know what, Kelly? Listen, I appreciate women for carrying children and dealing with that misery, but I actually heard, and I remember this from multiple doctors in that hospital about how painful kidney stones are, and as far as like a pain scale, pretty close. I appreciate it, Jay. I know we all got a lot of stuff going on. We all have lives and whatever. So I still appreciate you popping in for a minute. It helps the algorithm, helps everything else out. Um, so I appreciate it. But kidney stones are a severe amount of pain, Kelly. I remember that day when it just came on. I'll do it, dude. I'll do it. I'll like, I'll start like a fund or something to do that. If we can make it worthwhile, I would do it, Jay. I'll do it, and I'll let Carolina turn it on to different levels. I'm down. I would do something crazy like that. Um, but yeah, Kelly. So I remember the day when I had my kidney stone, and I was working up in Provincetown. I don't know if you know the shape of Cape Cod, but it's basically like an arm flexing, and P Town is way over here. Um, I live down over here, and that's an hour drive. And as I'm going through Provincetown into a town called Truro, I just felt all of a sudden like this really, really sharp pain, and it literally felt like someone was shanking me in the back. And I just kind of like readjusted myself, and I was like, you know what? Whatever. I got 40 minutes to get to my destination. I'll deal with that last job. And it was the end of the day. I was going home after that next job. And as soon as I got there, it was a tire place. I was crippled. I couldn't move. I called my boss, told him that he had to send somebody else out there. But the customer was kind of eyeballing me like, why is my tech not coming in the door? So I went in, told him the deal, and said, I'm really sorry, but there's somebody on the way. He's coming to take care of you. And I immediately went into the ER after getting home, and hadn't been like showing any signs other than pain. Um, oh really? They didn't extract anything, Richard. They extracted nothing. Um, Up until a couple months ago, I actually had a little container that proved it because I passed all those broken pieces, and that was brutal. But I'm grateful that they broke the big ones down because those teeny ones weren't even any good either. Richard, I don't realize that you're not blue here either, and I know that you come in here all the time and stuff. Why are you not showing up on here? Oh, there we go. I'm gonna add you as a mod just so you can check other channels out and stuff like that. This just gives you the opportunity now that you're blue to make to be able to click on stuff. That was one of the most brutal processes I'd ever been through, and I've done some pretty dumb stuff. I mean, I've had a couple concussions; those didn't work out very well. I still get vertigo from those, but the most amount of pain I'd ever dealt with was that kidney stone. And I've got tattoos in places that should hurt, not the places you think. But pretty good with pain. But anyways, let's go back to that video that y'all just watched. I don't know if you were over, Richard, and checking it out or not, but we did a little ice fishing this past week. That was actually a new video, guys. That I was just out there Monday, and part of the reason why I went out there is that's the location that I'm hoping to be able to do the event at. Um, no, you can't troll me. You can still troll. Sure, you can. Um, wait, I actually like trolls are funny. I'm Carolina will be the first one to tell you that I am a troll as well. Kevin, what's going on, buddy? Appreciate you popping in here for a moment. Um, awesome to see you. Thank you. But yeah, the event. I don't know if you all noticed just how long that canal is. Once I got down to where the icy spot was, and I turned a little bit sideways and faced the bridge that I was fishing at. Um, you can see not only along that whole edge, but on the other side of the river, there's a whole nother edge. I'm telling you, I don't think it was going to be a huge event. I'd be happy if 4 or 5 people show up, but God forbid we had to. This thing could sustain uh, 40 magnet fishers at once. I mean, that would probably be dangerous with all those magnets in the water and getting stuck to each other. But that's why I went up there. I went to Taunton, so I've pretty much at this point the progress that I've made is um, I have the container. Colonel, how are you, buddy? Appreciate you popping in here. I was just talking to these guys about the video we just dropped and how that's hopefully going to be a spot where I can set up like an event, but we shall see. Town of Taunton hasn't gone back to me yet, but I've got a container, so at least I can put the trash somewhere for now. But I'm hoping to at least. I don't know if they're going to require me to get a permit, which I'll gladly do. I used to hold some potlucks here on the Cape. Hi, GMK. Appreciate you popping in here. So I know kind of the policies of getting a hold of this, getting through the town and whatever. And most of the time to rent a park for a short amount of time is pretty cheap. So I'm gonna foot that bill and hopefully get this event going. I did reach out to a couple organizations, NAMI, to see if they'd be interested in being the benefactor of the event. I haven't heard from them. But I also am going to be, once I hear from them, if I get a no or EA, go down to US Vets like somebody had mentioned last week. So that's really the plan so far with that place. And I'm not really ahead of the game like I wish I could be. Life just gets busy, and planning an event like this is it takes on quite a bit. Joshua, what's happening, dude? Appreciate you popping in here. Speaking of ice magnet fishing, Josh is another brave soul who goes out there and magnet fishes in the ice. Josh, are we really brave guys, or are we just kind of not all here? Because something's definitely wrong, brother. Something's definitely wrong. The fact that we enjoy going out there, you know, I actually don't mind it, dude. Working on uploading Saturday's video. Cool. Some more ice. I know you can't be doing any metal detecting right now. I thought about it. You know, I could always jump to one of the beaches because those aren't frozen. But I really need to get I need to get one of those beach shovels, like those sifter things that you got. That's my next thing. Just trying to shine. Just trying to shine from being covered in ice. That's not the type of shine I'm looking for, Jason. Sand scoop. That's the word I'm looking for. Sand scoop. I need to get me one of those because I've been really itching to get down and go to the beaches before anybody else shows up. I think going on like that crazy. You know what, GMK? I really, really overly prepare for it. That particular video, I was wearing a t-shirt, a not hooded sweatshirt, then I had a hooded sweatshirt over it. Then I had my jacket, and it actually got to be too warm, so that's why in the video I'm just in the sweatshirt. But under that one, I've also got, like I said, the second sweatshirt and a t-shirt. And then I have those pants that I wear are flannel lined. I had 2 pairs of socks. I had on nitrile gloves, then my regular magnet fishing gloves, and then kitchen gloves. So really the only thing that was exposed to any sort of element was this. I did watch it. No, I didn't watch it yet, Jason. Seeing 603 and 508 in here, it's confused me for a second because I watched the one that Josh had sent earlier about silly Blink-182 song. But Richard, absolutely, it's not partially, but it's always therapeutic for me. And so even with the ice, I still enjoyed it. And I don't know if you guys even noticed at the end. Hi, Mandy. Appreciate you popping in here. Thank you. At the end there, you can actually hear that little voices in the background. I was in a little bit in a class. I had to multitask. So yeah, kind of this little YouTube class I'm taking again. But I learned a really big tip this week, guys. Okay, if you start to notice something, okay, and this came directly from YouTube. This isn't hearsay. This isn't baloney. This is literally from their developers, some of their algorithm people. The algorithm doesn't like you deleting anything. So even if you botch something, right? Even if you put out a video, and I've learned this lesson because I've deleted stuff a ton, and I've seen my shorts go from the average of 5,000. Luckily, if I'm lucky, I'm getting 600 now. And what happens when you start deleting stuff inside of the algorithm says, "Oh wait, there's something deleted here, and something's wrong." Oh, see somebody hanging out down in the basement. All right, we're good. Good, we are good. What is going on, dude?
What's up, man? I'll say I haven't watched your video yet. I was just working on dinner and stuff, so I can't comment on anything I saw because I didn't see it yet. But
it's all good. It's just it's just frozen taunting. Did you do something different, man? Why do you look different?
Why do I look different?
Yeah, I mean, I know the beard, but I feel like you.
No, I just shave it all off. So,
gotcha.
Yeah,
hey,
I was
Jack.
Just working on my video. I didn't have an end for it, and it just like it actually. You said it's probably not metal detecting, but it actually is metal detecting.
Oh, is it?
It's from like 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
But it was still frozen. It was like right after that hard freeze that we got, and we all tried to go out. So there's not a lot of fines, but it's what I got.
Right.
I tried to go magnet fishing this week, and I went to 3 or 4 different bridges. I was out in like the Quincy area, and I was like, "Oh, I'm not usually out in this area. Let me do some bridge scouting, and everything was just frozen solid. Like there was no breaking through like I did last week. So
I cheated this week. Hang on one second. No, Richard, it doesn't. Not on deleted chats. It's literally like videos. Don't delete. Once you upload any sort of content, don't delete it. But yeah, what the heck was I just talking about? I don't even know, dude. Cheated. Yes.
Did you do
I
it
reached out to Brian. I reached out to Brian first because I knew he only worked right down the street from where I was going.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, any chance you know if that river's flowing at all? And he went there and he sent me a video. He's like, oh, it's perfect. I was like, all right, I'm on the way.
That's good then. It's always good to have a scout in the area.
Yeah, and that part, that going up there this week was kind of twofold. One, to get a video, but then I wanted to just double check if this was going to be able to hold a bunch of people if we were going to have something here, if the town of Taunton okays it. It's huge, dude. Have you ever been, Ware Park? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've magnet fished that river a couple of times. I lost my first magnet there.
I lost a magnet there this week.
I lost maybe a second magnet there. I can't quite remember. There's so many large trees that are down. Like if you go there when it's not like a raging rapid and you catch it on a slow day, you can see all the crap that's in the water. And it's just like,
okay.
And that's why I hardly ever go there. It's a great big river with a nice big bridge, but there are too many obstacles there.
Maybe I second guess it then, because the last thing I want to do is
get everybody's magnet stuck.
10 magnet fishers losing their magnets, What's going on, Roger? Appreciate you popping in.
I wish we had a big like river walk area like they do in the places they've had them in like Missouri and Michigan and things like that, those big magnet fishing events. But
right. I think there is a spot, and that might be one where I scout out next. Outside of the garden, if you go out the back side of it, not right, like if you were going away from Boston, it'll be to the left of the Zagum, behind TD Garden.
Yeah.
And you got the Charles right there. There is something similar, like a wall like that goes for a while. But I just don't know where to park when I've gone there. I've gone to see a bunch of Celtics games, and I've like always walked around that place beforehand, making sure I have my broccoli before the game. And I just can't see it because it's usually dark. So yeah, I don't know how far that thing goes down.
There's the whole Esplanade down across all along the Charles, but there's nowhere to park. Yeah. Anyway, I remember when I went there, it was actually before I started my channel. It was like the day that I actually decided to start my channel because I caught some cool stuff out in Boston. But I had to park like 6 blocks away and walk with like my bucket and magnet and all this stuff. And it was like, and I was just praying that I didn't have a parking ticket or something when I went back, because I was like, I don't know how to do this. But
every time I've been to Boston, except for like Southie, but if I go right in the city, it sucks for parking. But the worst case scenario, if it is a good spot, there is a paid parking spot right behind the garden. Mm-hmm. Like it's a big, huge lot.
And you have to make sure there's not
pay.
Yeah. You'd have to make sure there's not a game going on that same day. Otherwise, there won't be any parking.
Right. That's true, too. Northern, what's happening, dude? Appreciate you popping in. But that would be a good spot, I think. I mean, I haven't gone on that side of the Charles, or maybe even down in Charlestown or Cambridge, maybe farther down. I don't know Boston enough to say what would be a good spot or not. But I remember when Brockton, I met Brockton up there when he was when I managed to get that crazy live amount of people that showed up.
Yeah.
We had parked, Talia and I, probably 3 or 4 blocks away. And
it's easy,
at that point in time,
I
didn't have a car, so I was carrying a bucket.
Yeah. Like when me and you first met up, that very first time, like I was just like,
Yeah,
hey, there's like a Cumbies or something around the corner, just park there, you know? But you can't
right.
have, a bunch of people show up to and fill up a small business's parking lot with people that aren't paying.
No, not in Boston.
Yeah.
No, but I'll figure something out. That might actually be better. You know what? Um, I don't know if you saw them posting this online, but like Colt and James from Let's Get Magnetic, they're all going to be in this area real soon.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact dates or something. Let me take a quick peek because they're someplace that Sean and I have been trying to hit is there's a bridge where there's like a tea party museum
Okay.
from where they threw stuff into the harbor, and it's a wicked long bridge, and it's low enough that it looks like it would be good. But that's where they plan on going. So it's almost like stealing our spots, dude. You don't just come to town. We are on Cape Cod, Jeff's Aquatics. I'm here on the Cape, but I live in Yarmouth. Grew up in Harwich. Appreciate you popping in real quick. But yeah, it says on what they don't say the month. Oh no, wait a minute. April. Okay, so it's not till April. Like April 5th, 6th, and 7th or something like that is when they're coming to the area, and they say they're going to hit Salem and then hit
Okay.
Boston. But I didn't find much in Salem when I was there. We went up there shopping one day, and I said, I'll go shopping as long as I get an hour or two, and find a spot somewhere to throw that magnet around.
Yeah, I feel like if you're gonna come from adjoining states to magnafish in another state, you should let the local guys know and try to hook up with them first.
Right. That's right. 'Cause that's how I would do it. I mean, heck, I went to Florida and I called all the Florida guys and I'm like, what are you guys doing for Global Magnet Fishing Day? Can I join you?
Yeah.
Not, hey, I'm going to start my own event.
Yeah.
That's all right. They got 100K now. They think, they got some money to throw around. I'm just kidding. But
I'm curious on the total amount because I like not to discredit them or anything. Great channel, great people.
Right.
Maybe, but they might have been playing up the amount a little bit. Like if you just Google like what $100,000 looks like, it's way like stacks on stacks
more
on
than
stacks.
that, yeah.
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 So I think if they're lucky and they can get everything out of it that they found, I think it's probably going to be like 20,000. But still,
Dude,
amazing.
I wouldn't say no to 20 grand.
Yeah, I found a safe full of money, and I could only use like 34 cents of it. All of it was foreign currencies.
Oh yeah, that stinks. But see, that's the thing is from what they say is they send it to the treasury. I'd be really curious to find out, like you said, how much it turns into at the end.
Yeah.
Um,
I remember them
so I
pulling
think
out
they're
like
gonna.
two stacks that were like this. And if you look up like what $10,000 looks like, it's like one of those stacks. So I
Unless
think
they
they
weren't
might have
showing
added
all
a
the
zero,
stats.
but
Yeah.
but you know
Either way,
what?
those things are waterlogged.
Yeah.
I just want to find a couple $100, man. Could I just get a couple hundred?
Right.
I'm not greedy,
If there's a 20 in a
Uh,
safe that I pull up, I'll be pumped.
yeah. You know what, Jason? It's funny you say that. I don't think it's taxable.
Yeah.
I think because New York is like a finder's keeper state, I think there's some weird law that allows them to keep that tax free. Does that not mean when it's sitting there in the treasury that someone's going to skim off the top? I
Yeah.
can't say they're not going to because, there's no way that James and Barbie were able to count that money. They to be honest, I mean, minus a guesstimate, they don't really know how much was there. And the government could say it was 10,000. You know what I mean? Like,
and who are they going to fight it?
right. Exactly.
This is the check we're giving you because this is what we got out of it,
But you know what else James and Barbie got out of it was all that press.
Oh, for sure.
They had the BBC come and magnet fish with them. They had TV channels from Germany come and magnafish with them,
That's
it,
really
it was ridiculous. We thought that we got the royal treatment, but we didn't.
Yeah, I had quite a few news interviews when I found the bazooka rocket.
Right.
And then I think from that, from finding that and being on the news and having my channel name put out there and stuff, I think I roughly got about 200 subscribers, which was still awesome,
Yep.
Right. And I still, when I run into people and talk to them, they're like, "Oh, did you hear about that guy that found the rocket?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that was me."
I know.
So
Yeah.
we'll still talk about it, or it's the other way around. They never heard anything about it, and it's just like, okay, well, it made almost national news, I would say, and some big news companies. Like, it's just funny,
Shane, what's happening?
Shane.
What's happening, Shane? We haven't actually seen you around in a while, dude. You must be stuck in
Shane.
Football City. You seen that blue? Yeah, he is blue.
Check that
Oh,
out.
what is that? Where is that? Did he make coins?
He did. I'm gonna
Wow,
open.
dude.
He had them made. This is one of Shane's tokens that he had made up. I don't remember the channel name. He could drop the name. Maybe
That's
Scorpion
awesome, though.
or something.
Oh yeah, no, you know what? Let me do it solo, so that way I want to check that out.
I'm trying to work with
There we
the
go.
reverse.
Oh, so it's got like it's a die stamp too. It's not just printed.
No, I think it's like laser engraved. It's pretty
Okay.
flat on top. It's got the YouTube logo on the back,
Sweet.
and his
I like that.
logo on there. Yeah, it's pretty smooth. There's no like raised edges or anything. Yeah, Scorpion
Okay.
metals, and it's done with a laser. I won one of
Sweet.
these off for his channel, and it's pretty cool. So
We get a guy that I work with. There's a lot of guys that have like exit strategies right now, so they're trying to find different ways of making some extra money. And he has a laser machine, and he's been doing stuff. And you're close to 5K. We're about $1,000 behind you, but I'm already starting to think of prizes and stuff like that I want to do for it. And what I want to do involves laser engraving, so he's going to take care of that for me. I've already ordered some neat little things. I'm not going to give it away, but ordered some neat little things that are going to have everything etched on them because they're metal. But it'll be cool. Yeah, a lot of guys at work are doing the same thing. Exit strategies.
yeah, I don't blame them. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah,
so, speaking of like views and stuff like that, the first video that I put out a couple weeks ago of magnet fishing when my rope was all freezing up and stuff like that. At one point, I know you're in the chat with everybody else still.
Yeah.
At one point, my video from that first ice fishing, I call it ice fishing now, was over 3,000 views.
Holy moly.
It hit over 3,000. And I was like, this is great. Like, it's moving along. It's doing really well. And then like the next day I checked it to see what it was doing, and it had dropped down almost like 300 views. And I was like, how do I lose views? And now looking at it still, where are we? Right there.
Yeah, I can see 2883.
2883. It's still not back up to that 3,000. I wish I had grabbed a screenshot, because like, I'm not crazy. It was over 3,000. I was super excited. I haven't had a video hit that in a while. And then all of a sudden I lost, like, I've heard of losing subscribers, but I've never heard
of losing views.
Losing views, yeah.
To be honest, I've actually heard Buddy saying he's lost views before, and I thought he was full of cuckadoo. But it seems to happen to more people than just Buddy, so it has to be a real thing.
I could see it happening on a live, because you get so many people like in and out, that it's like, oh, they were there for like 4 seconds or something. That doesn't count as a view. But like, to have a major amount of views, like drop, like it was in the hundreds. And I'm like, what? What happens? I don't pretend to understand the YouTube algorithm at all, but like that was
I'm
pretty.
learning little bits about it. I was in that first like boot camp a while ago, which was just about like vertical lives. It was just kind of a silly one, but I wanted to go in there to hopefully just learn something, you know. But when I was in Taunton, I was multitasking and I was in a class or whatever session, and that was where I learned the deleting thing. Because another user brought it up and asked, you know, hey, I heard that deleting things hurts your channel, and it 100% does. The two reps that were in that channel from YouTube said that it shows the algorithm that something is wrong with either the video or the channel. And so what it does is it takes the focus away. And
Yeah,
it'll be like, okay, well, while this person fixes their stuff, we're going to just unfocus and go somewhere else. That's exactly what it is, Shane. Unlist it, don't delete it.
yeah. I mean, I have
Literally,
a
if you
video
have
that I hate because it gets so many views, but it just it's just people hating on me.
right,
And it was one of like it's from 4 years ago. It had I'm looking at it right now, has just under 350,000 views.
holy moly,
It's my only video to make over 100,000.
350,000. Jesus,
Yeah. So again, it's
that's
backwards, but
crazy. No, it's actually, let me get it back on the solo. I couldn't actually see that, but
so
holy shit, dude. Oops,
349K.
sorry. Crazy tragic day, and that was 4 years ago. Yeah, it's still for 350,000. That's amazing.
And the only reason I don't get rid of it because like I get comments all the time, and they're like, "Oh, you're an idiot. Why would you do that? Why don't you go swimming in there?" I'm like, it was January in Boston. And it was in the Taunton River. Like, I'm not
Right.
going in there. Are you crazy? But it's still like when I get my analytics little email and stuff, it's still sometimes the top video for that month. I'm like, why are people watching this video? I hate it.
Yeah.
But it
I
brings
think
people in. And
I don't have anything like that, but I think the most watched video, believe it or not,
I do too, Shane.
is not the one where we were all catching the bomb there with David Wade. It was when you and I hung out. It was the Newton one
Yeah.
where I got my first gun. That's my most viewed video. And so do I, Shane, because I don't act like a jerk back to them. I troll them back. You know, like, oh, hey, I really appreciate your comment. Thanks for helping the algorithm to see that like this is a great video. I appreciate you commenting. You know what I mean? I appreciate the engagement. And most of the time, people don't comment back because they hate that. You know?
So out of I'm now like playing with my views and stuff, and I was trying to like break it down to like what's one of my highest views videos, and I went all the way down to 10,000, and I have a couple of videos over 10,000, but they're shorts, so I really don't
Right.
count that. Like, let's see if I have anything over 5,000 of an actual video. Okay, so my next biggest video would be the follow-up to that 350,000 video, which is at 8.6.
Right.
Another video where I got a magnet stuck, which is at 6,000, and then the bazooka video, which is at 8,000. But those are like my top, excluding shorts. Those are my top videos, which honestly I like them all, but you know I leave them. And one of the things I do on those, like when I get my little email, it's like, this is how your channel did this week. I look at those videos, and if it's an old video like that one from 4 years ago and it pops up, I go into YouTube and I edit the video. I change it
Change it a little bit.
I go into the end screen and I change the videos that are linked there. I put them to more recent videos, or
Right.
I'll usually link like the time I found my first gun, or the time I found the bazooka, like videos I want them to
Just
watch.
something you're trying to drive traffic to, right?
Right. Because I know people are watching that one. And I don't want to link a video from 4 years ago that's not that great. I want them to see my more recent stuff and hopefully get them to, hit subscribe. That's the goal. Or even just sometimes I go in and I just edit the description, or I put in like add a hashtag that like honestly doesn't have anything to do with anything. Like if you go into a lot of my videos, it has like Tyson versus Jake Paul.
Oh, really? Yeah.
As a hashtag.
Yeah.
Because that's what was going on around that time. That was the big conversation topic.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it in there. Like
that's like I did with that short the other day with the knife with the Dexter theme song.
Yeah.
So I used the Dexter hashtag in the video description, and I tagged it with that too, because Dexter's kind of seeing a little recurrence right now. Like it's kind of people are getting into it again. So I was like, you know what? And we've been watching it here too. So I've got it on DVD though. I've been watching Dexter since day one. So
sometimes I put in like completely random hashtags. One I use a lot of the time, I don't know why, I use hashtag avocado. I have no idea why. I don't even eat avocados.
Right.
But somebody's going to be looking for avocado videos, recipes, guacamole or something, and they're going to be like, what is this? What? A magnet?
Why is this magnet fishing video showing up?
And maybe they'll click on it, and maybe they'll find something new. And like, sometimes you just got to play with things and make it happen. Right. So.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out more creative ways. I don't have anything like 349 like you do, but I do have, like I said, the video where I first met you there at that bridge has 8.8 thousand and 255 likes for 11 months ago. So to me, I feel like that's a good one. And believe it or not, that's actually like a half-hour long video. That was way too long. It took me a while to realize that I didn't need to create actual like TV episodes. We're making videos here. We're not making TV shows.
I'm trying to see a video of ours and see if. Okay, so the video with me and you, that has 1.6 thousand. What did you say yours was at?
8.8.
8.8. That's great, because really you had the better finds than I did that day. But
I just had the gun. That was really what stood out that one. But I don't even see so if I go to that one, right? Our video is first, and then I got to scroll for a while, and I haven't even seen the bomb one when we were all together.
So I've got
come on.
Yeah, I just
474 views.
1,200.
400.
400. Yeah, mine are on the same page. So the bazooka one is there with like 8,000, and then the one with me and you just down the road is right here at
crazy
1.6, so just under 2.
You want to get less views on them. Kelly, go to bed, rest. That kidney stone is no bueno. So rest. Plenty of broccoli, plenty of water. But Josh, I had a question for you. So the other day, obviously, avian bird flu stuff, your animal control, you posted a video of you all starting to get yourself all ready to go,
Yeah.
How did that go for you? Like, because that looked pretty frightening that you had to suit up to go get rid of a bird.
Bird flu is a giant pain in my magnet right now, I'm telling you. It's nonstop calls about people reporting birds, seeing birds, and just like people are reporting that there are deceased birds out on the ponds, frozen ponds. And they're like, you got to go get them. And I'm like, no. Like, I'm not going on the ice to risk my safety.
The bird that's already dead.
Yeah. And I'm like, like, I get the fact that, if you don't remove the deceased animals, the, stuff could still spread. But at the
Right,
same,
it'll leach into the water.
you got to realistically think about, sending somebody out there to risk their life or safety
Right.
to do this, and people just don't get that. They want us to go out and get them, but it's been nonstop calls. It's such a pain. But yeah, we have to suit up in full hazmat gear as per recommended by the state. So I got the Tyvek suit, I got gloves, I got a mask, I got goggles, I got boot covers, I got a hairnet, all of that to pick
But
up.
no breathing apparatus.
No, we have respirators and stuff, and like if I
Okay.
want to, I could put it on, but the state is only recommending a mask, an N95, whatever. So
Okay.
we've got a ton of that, thankfully, left over from the
Right.
pandemic, the first pandemic days. So now we're on to another one here, but it's we're trying to take it as seriously as we can, and just keep ourselves safe,
Yeah,
and
that's all
keep
you have to.
everybody else safe. So like we've closed our park in the city, our biggest park, DW
Yeah,
Field Park.
DW Field. Yeah, the one
Yeah.
I was at that with Brockton and
Yeah, the day
Buddy
that
a while
you
back.
came to my parents' house, I think.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, it was, and it's a big park for Brockton and surrounding towns. It actually touches another town, and
Right.
a lot of people walk there, and a lot of people walk
And
their dogs and like exercise, and they're upset, and I get it, but also at the same time, it's because of the people in there that the disease could spread, because they're thinking they're going to be doing the best thing that they can do, and go out in
right.
the ice and rescue a dying bird, which really is risking yourself in multiple ways. Ice,
Right.
breakage, contaminating yourself with a specimen, and just there's too
That's
much.
exactly how stuff spreads. Exactly. Like just stay away.
Yeah,
Just leave it alone and let this
let it
dissipate.
play
I don't
out.
want to do that again.
Yeah, and it's going to be here for a while, and I think we're going to be doing stuff like this until early spring, until the ice melts,
Right.
until we get all those things off the waters and stuff. But just to
I
get
remember working the first, it's not the first pandemic. Like there's multiple episodes of this thing, but during the pandemic itself, because everybody had to pivot to be home.
yeah.
You had kids at home who still had to go to school remotely.
Oh, that
You
was
had people that their job pivoted to remote jobs. And guess who had to make sure that they all were stayed up and running? It was me. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And the guys I work with.
I worked every day.
Yeah. Hello, Asia. I don't think I've ever seen you before. I appreciate you popping in to say hello. But that was rough. I mean, for the first probably 6 months of it, we actually didn't do much of anything, dude. Because we weren't sure of what was going on. So we would literally show up to a customer's house, go to the side of the house, check signal, make sure their wire was good. We would look at our work order, and if it said a cable box and a modem, we put it in a bag, put it on their front step, called them, and said, I verified signal at the side of your house. The stuff's all on your doorstep. Good luck.
Good luck.
And God forbid if this was somebody who just moved into a house who maybe had like direct TV before.
Yeah.
So literally none of that, even though it's hot on the side of the house, none of it's tied in.
Yeah.
So it does nothing, it got real interesting as we pivoted a couple guys to ended up like they would be tech support on whatever. Oh, yeah. Talia saying hi. But Yeah,
So
that we pivoted really quickly. Yeah, but
yeah.
here we are now, and we're back to normal, and we have bird flu.
Do you guys have any cases down the Cape? I mean, I'm sure you do, but have you heard of anything?
I don't know,
Or
but
anything?
I'm going to be completely honest with you, and I don't know if this is what she had because they never actually told her. But Carolina a few weeks ago went to Florida, got sick down there with some virus, and was then miserable for like a week and a half here. It just like it ravaged her. It sucked all of her energy out of her. Um, and she was just, sick. She's still sick.
Yeah.
She still
Honestly,
doesn't feel well, but she can actually stand up right now.
yeah. Last week was hell for me. And it was the same. I had full body aches. Every day was different,
Mm.
different pain. I had pain in my lower back. I had pain in my chest. Uh, I'm
Wow.
still coughing, and like I'm like, but part of me is like, do I have bird flu? Because
How
if
do you
anyone
test for that though? Is there like a test similar to the COVID test?
they can, so I guess it comes up on a regular flu test as like flu A. So
Right.
they can't say whether or not you have bird flu or people flu, but
It just falls under the same umbrella.
it falls under.
Huh.
So,
Listen, I don't envy that at all, dude. You
if
worked in healthcare,
anybody's gonna get it, it's gonna be me.
right? Yeah,
Because
you're in direct contact.
I was dealing with these birds before we really had any idea that we should, be protecting ourselves as much as we are now. So
Right.
normal is boring. Yeah, man, it sure is.
It is. But I remember, Jason reminded me Carolina's sister is a nurse down in Florida. And I don't know if Jason saw this too, but I mean, she remembers, the big ice trucks that would pull up because they unfortunately ran out of space because so many people were passing away from it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Jason, send me an email or something. I'm gonna hook
No.
you up with these stickers. Hashtag
Number
number.
girl. There you go. Yep, that's an exclusive one, Jason. None of the rest of us are number crews.
Nobody else gets this unless you're part of the number crew. So Jason, send me an email or something. You only get it if you're
Yeah,
repping your area code.
that's amazing. The
To make
fact that you work in the industry, yeah. The fact that he works there and never ever got it.
that's
Okay,
almost
definitely.
legendary. Mad Mag, what's going on?
That's amazing that he never had it. I think I had it a couple times. I only had one where I actually took a test and it showed. But yeah, I think when it first hit and no one knew what it was, there was no testing for it.
Yeah.
All of us were sick here, and all of our doctors told us that we had bronchitis. And I'm like, dude, bronchitis doesn't spread. You know what I mean? Like, that's not how this works, dude. You're a doctor. You should know that. And he's like, well, that's what I think you all have. And I'm like, all right. But I got it in like the end of the second year in like March or something. And it was brutal for a couple of days. We 103-degree temperatures constantly. I don't know about you, but did you end up getting it all?
I've had it like 2 or 3 times. I can't quite remember at
Right.
this
Do
point.
you think it's gotten better each time, or is it the same?
Boy, it's been kind of the same, but it I now recognize it for what it is. I'm like, oh, like when I had those, I get full body aches. Like it just feels like I've been, digging holes all day long.
Right.
And it just hits me all of a sudden, and then like the fevers start coming in, and I'm like, okay, this is what that is. So
Trying to get Talia in here, but she's sitting way over there. Do you think I bite or something?
No.
God.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
I can't hear anything.
Oh yeah, that's right. You can't hear anything. Let's change the audio to
I was like, why? But then I realized you got the headphones on.
yeah. Speaker. Oh, well, I'll actually put them off now. With them. How's that work? Can you hear anything?
Yeah, it's a little slightly delayed, but you're there.
Oh yeah, that's really quiet. What's going on here? That's part of the reason why I use the headphones. Is my the speakers on this laptop stink. You see? Look, they're all up all the way.
We need captions.
Yeah, we need captions. That's right.
So
We're to play sound.
yeah, man, I really wanted to get out magnet fishing again this week.
Leah. Turn this. We're not going to turn it on there though. Oh, you know what? I just took. Wait a minute.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, Jason, that you never got any sort of sick from that, especially working so close. Sorry, I just found like a bag of coins that I didn't know I had. Now I'm just like looking through them. Found a silver diamond here. Can't hear them at all. Can we? You're muted.
Ah, there we go. Is that better?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
I don't know why that was doing that, dude. I don't know why it's muting itself.
Sometimes when you undo headphones or something, it automatically mutes for some reason.
Yeah. I was turning it off so that way Talia could hear it through the laptop because I had the headphones on. She couldn't hear it with me having it on. Yeah. See that? That's actually something that Talia made a while ago, kind of.
This fish broke off, and I'm like,
Yeah, this little fish broke off, so she put a bell there to look like it was a magnet. Little ornament.
I like that. That's cool.
It's pretty cool.
kind of.
But it hangs right here on my desk. I still have your what you call it, poker chip stand here too.
Nice.
That's still
Oh man, my 3D printer broke.
Oh God.
Just a few days before Christmas. I was in the middle of a 3-day print that was supposed to finish like Christmas morning. It was a gift for somebody, and
That stinks.
it died like the morning of Christmas Eve or something. And I finally just got around to like checking it out to see what was going on with it. And unfortunately, I got to order some parts for it because they're just completely burnt out. So,
You can see what it is, so you know what the problem is.
yeah, thankfully, there's not a lot of like parts to these machines.
Okay.
Most of it is like a circuit board and just wires. So
right.
The actual parts that go wrong with it are pretty cheap, really. If I had to buy like a new motherboard or something, yeah, that'd probably be something else. But all the other parts that I bought are like, I don't think anything's cost like $25 or more. So
that's a bonus. I'm actually thinking about getting a not like a big huge setup, but I want to start doing screen printing. Yeah,
I'll hire you.
Yeah, well, I mean, I got to look. I mean, I think the biggest hurdle is figuring out how to actually burn the screen itself.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched a bunch of videos, and it's like a weird, like chemical reaction you got to use with like light and darkness, and if there's too much light, then it ruins it. Yeah, it's really, really weird. She needs to do her learn so she can build that stuff. Who does? Who needs to learn welding? You need to learn welding, Talia. Do you hear that? You're gonna get into welding.
Yeah.
Break
We're gonna send you to the tech, and you can learn welding.
I'm gonna do welding.
What?
I'm gonna do welding. Do like they do stuff. They do like
They definitely do stuff.
yeah. I see topics for I don't want to do anything that's hefty, you know what I mean? Like if I have to, then I'll do it. But like I want to do either culinary, cosmetology, or the art one, the graphic design one.
Art and graphic design are fun, but I'm gonna tell you right now that in about, and I'm sure Josh already sees it. You're about 10 years younger than I am, Josh, but the younger generation, like my son's generation, even you guys, there's going to be like no skilled labor. There's not going to be any electricians. There's not going to be any builders, plumbers, because none of these guys want to do it.
Yeah.
They don't actually want to work.
My friend's sister is doing plumbing, which I feel like is like it's because I don't, like as her as a person, I don't imagine her to do plumbing. You know what I mean?
But here's the thing, Talia. Plumbing
Makes a lot of money.
and electricians, yeah. I mean, especially in the next 10 to 20 years when there's even less of them, you're going to be able to name your price.
Yeah.
You know,
My friend,
I'm not saying to price gouge people, but you know,
Supply and
my
demand.
supply and demand, exactly.
my
We live in
friend,
a capitalist society and
Yeah.
start a capitalist business.
my friend Summer,
Yeah.
she's like, oh, if I don't get in like the graphic design one, if I don't get in that one, then I'm probably gonna do plumbing or like I think she said like electricity because her cousin or something has electricity,
Jason
and she's
says
like,
hi.
hi.
CMCH. It's okay. Take a breath.
I just said hi.
I know.
Wait, I don't want to say. I like the short because it doesn't ask me to comment.
What short? What are you doing?
Your phone is weird.
Yeah, it's a droid. It's not an iPhone.
Yeah, okay.
People don't know how to use my phone anymore. They like go to grab it. What do you need me to do?
That's the short. I want to see the
Extra short.
comment. I like seeing comments.
There aren't any other ones. Still only Josh's comment.
No, I see it. Is it asking me to see the comments? Every time I press it, like, nope.
Yeah, it says there. Josh, have you ever seen this too? So
Yeah.
that Dexter video says that there's 3 comments. I only see yours.
There's been some times where I've seen stuff like that, and I'm like, where is the other comment? I've definitely seen some. It hasn't been like a large amount, and actually, it might. I don't know if I've seen that on YouTube. It's normally on like Facebook. You see a post, and it's like 3 comments, and you go, and there's only 1.
Right. No, I mean, we just looked at it now. All right, Shane, appreciate you, man. Might be a couple minutes behind, but we will see
We'll
what we're behind as well, brother.
see you over there. Let's
Appreciate
see.
you coming in here and hanging out.
Look.
Yeah, so it won't show for you either.
Which
You
one?
won't even- It's the Dexter one that says the murder medal.
Murder
It
Medal.
won't even let her click on the.
Oh yeah, I see 3 comments.
Yeah, it won't even let her click on them.
But
But sorry,
what-
I
Restart your phone.
I have like multiple
yeah, it
times. I'm like,
says 3 comments.
you tell us to comment on your
One
videos.
from
So
me.
there's usually little stuff.
Yeah, just you saying love it, and I commented back. That was it.
I did see
Strangely
a
enough, I
comment.
don't even see your comment to me. But
Actually, I can't either. I clicked on it and it won't show me my comment.
yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, down on the Cape overcharge the summer homes. They do, dude. You know what? And to be honest, like Carolina was talking to me the other day, we might try to figure out a way of starting to leverage this house for the summer. You know, if we can find a place that's a little cheaper or something like that, somewhere where we can rent this, like Airbnb the house out. I mean, we've got 2 bedrooms upstairs. I just finished a room downstairs, like paid money for it. So there's, 3 bedrooms, and I could easily go in there and put bunks in each room. So, I mean, they could fit probably 10 people in this house.
Wait, what did we do? What are you just
We're not going to do anything. We're just talking about it. This is just spitballing.
not going to? I'm like, what are you just like spitballing about? I don't
The same thing all your mom's friends do. They all rent their houses out for the summer, and they go stay elsewhere. Because on the Cape, you can make a boatload of cash. I could probably pay my home mortgage off for the year in a summer. Airbnb-ing this house. And our driveway, dude, is it's almost like the size of a parking lot. So you can fit tons of people in there. It's right on a main road. I'm literally like Adios, Jason. Appreciate you popping in, man. We're gonna probably head out here soon too. It's 8:50.
Yeah, we got to get ready for Shane.
Yep, and I gotta go take a quick outside break. So appreciate you popping in, Josh. It was awesome. We got to figure out a way of hanging out here soon. I know you're doing what? You're back to Monday through Friday?
No, I don't even know if that's gonna happen anymore.
Okay.
So I'm still with my Tuesday, Wednesdays off. So
Only Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
yeah.
I don't
All right.
Mondays.
That's a weird day to have off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had hoped mine was going to change, but these guys, I'm good enough to cover as a supervisor. I guess I'm just not good enough to be one.
Yeah, I
So
hear you.
I can play one for TV, but God forbid they actually give me the job. Could do that too, Jason, but there's just not enough on Cape to do that. It was
Boring sometimes.
It is kind of boring. The magnifishing stuff we do here, well, I'll never catch a gun down here. I don't think I'll ever catch a gun on Cape Cod unless maybe like Falmouth or Mashpee or something like that.
Cape Cod is good, but like it's very like
It's a tourist
yeah, it's
destination.
tourist, like you're gonna find stuff, but at the same like it's not gonna be like good in places like Florida and stuff. And
Oh.
like it's beautiful and stuff. It's beautiful, But if you like live here for a while, you're like, yeah, it's beautiful, but like you don't really do anything around here. You would have to get like off Cape to find
Yep.
like actual good stores. Like there's
Have you
only
guys gone out
the
to
mall.
B-Town at all?
We have. Yeah,
Yeah.
we went out.
That was when I lost the rope in the water.
Yeah, she actually threw the whole thing in like I did at the bridge. But I got it. But no, I've been out there since then and I went down the end of McMillan Wharf, like all the way down past the harbor master's place. And that was actually great. I found like a ladder that came off the side of a ship.
One of my friend's moms drove by when I lost the rope. She was like, "Oh,
Yeah, I remember, and she talked to you.
yeah."
Years ago, I went out there with some friends, and this had to have been like 2005 or 6 or something. I haven't been out there since. But we're all standing on the piers, and this is a really funny story. My friends just love me to tell it or whatever. It's not even that great, but it's just really funny. And I see this guy on this like huge mini yacht, just parked there at the docks.
Lots of them out there, yeah.
Yeah, and he's just standing there, and he's got his dunks, and he's just like his iced coffee, whatever. And I'm like, hey man, and he's like, what's up? And I'm like, how much does that boat cost? And he just like he's got his cup and his straw, and he just looks, and all of a sudden he gets real smug, and he goes, millions. And it's just so funny the way he was like, millions, you peasant.
Yep.
Talking to me
exactly
here.
But he's stirring his Dunkins.
Yeah, and he's stirring his iced coffee, like whatever. But
Fancy pants.
I haven't been out that way in a while, and for all I know, that guy was like the cook. Probably wasn't even.
I was there. Gramps, what is going on? I really, really appreciate the fact that you popped in here, Rick. I was actually trying to find Scott earlier, but we're on our way out. We usually hang out for about right till about 9 o'clock, where Shane from Ohio River History, he's up. So that's where we're all going to head over. But Rick, I'll definitely catch up with you, dude. I meant to catch up with Scott from Got Green. He was going to go live earlier. I don't know if he was having technical issues or not, but I never actually saw him. He was posting the StreamYard link on his Facebook, but I never saw the live. Yep, there you go. Your Gramps' Grumpy sticker. I got mine.
Old
Can't
school.
see it because it's behind us, but
Yeah, it's just
I knew I had one. I had to find it.
yeah, Rick, if you guys have any questions at all about any of it, seriously, drop me a line. I'll help try to walk you through some of the stuff. StreamYard is a little wonky at first, if you don't have it set up correctly, but definitely drop an email. So Josh, I'm going to take off, dude. I appreciate you popping in here.
Absolutely.
We'll figure out something soon, dude.
Yep, we'll get together.
All right, man. We'll talk to you later on.
Yep. See ya.
Adios. And there we go. We're taking off, guys. Appreciate you stopping by. Rick, definitely drop me an email, dude. I'm happy to help. Talk soon, guys. Adios.
Come on, why isn't the end button freaking